I want to talk about something that's very important to me. Very important to me. Um, I have to start creating a diary about what happened to me exactly when I was kidnapped, because I will be going on trial with the Belgian government and the adoption agency who child trafficked me. They send me a letter and they ask for a conversation. So more children who were kidnapped from Haiti by Catholic Church, we are bonding, we are coming more together, and they want to have a talk. And my lawyer, um, he has a copy of that letter, and my Belgium lawyer has a copy of the lawyer of that letter. And that really made me think, like, I have here so many people who went to child traffic by Catholic Church just like me, and it's emotional, really, really hard to deal with. And I haven't even really talked about exactly what happened and what they do. This couple of days I've been going through, I have a trauma, but I have a trauma that I can live with. But sometimes things keep staying in my head. Like in this moment, I have no desire to eat food. I really have to fight every day to eat. I really have to fight every day to drink. Because I remember when I was kidnapped by Catholic Church, the abuse that they did to us. And one thing that they did to us is starving us to death. Not giving us enough water, not giving us properly food, and drugging us. All the children were being drugged. And then we had to do a lot of physical work. And Pelis Pilas and Mamita from the child trafficking group in Haiti, they used all the children as slave. We were slave. We had to clean the house. We had to cook to them. And we children were living downstairs, and they were living upstairs, and they lived like a palace, everything clean. All children were being used as slaves. And their children also use us as slaves. So I remember going into, I don't know the American word, I remember going to the moment of starvation, and because we were not getting any proper food, and we were not getting enough water. And I remember my body going into that. And now that I'm talking about me being kidnapped, going to court in the Netherlands, going through internet bullying, people saying I don't know who I am. I remember going into starvation and not having drink, not having to eat, and the physical pain that you go through. And I'm experiencing that again, because I'm talking to social media about my life. I feel very vulnerable, and I really have to fight tell myself that I'm going to be okay. And it's an emotional thing that I'm going through. And I try not to force myself to eat, but I do make sure that I need to drink at least 1 liter of water. But what I'm trying to say is that when I read things that people say, no, you don't know for sure Michael Jackson is your father, no, you don't know for sure things, then I remember going into that state of surviving this really, really difficult situation where I had to control going to starvation, the pain in my body, and the mentally pain, the physical pain. And the social media, when they talk about my father, that I don't know Michael Jackson is my father, I feel I go back to some kind of really, really deep pain where I have to protect myself to surviving, and I wanted to share that. I really wanted to share this.